So, good morning and welcome to the program. My name is Lucas with Yoga with Lucas, and we're going to do a 55-minute vinyasa flow today. It'll be a pretty fundamental yoga basics flow. We're going to get into good warrior sequence as well and get it moving, so it'll be good moderate paced flow. We'll do some warm-ups, then we'll come up to standing, go through several sequences, and then come back on down to the ground. So maybe you have some water nearby. Roll out your mat, and you can sit on a block or a cushion. Play some music if you'd like. And we're going to get into it with just a bit of seated meditation to relax into the body, to bring the mind into the body. So we do that by first noticing the posture. Nice, sturdy, and yet relaxed posture. And rest the eyes on a single point or close them. And then draw the breath into a nice even rhythm. Let's just focus on that. Tuning into the breath and the body for another minute. And let's take one breath in together. Drawing a deep breath in through the nose. And long, smooth exhale from the mouth. Let's take the head over to the left side, softening the left shoulder. Breathing in here. Through center. And over to the right. Just like gravity, take the right ear down to the right shoulder. Taking a breath. Back to center. Let's let the chin hang heavy in front. And then gently draw the head up and slightly back. Press the tailbone down. Bring the chest forward as you do so. Then exhale, round the spine. Let the chin come down. And inhale, lengthen the spine, gazing up. And let the chin come down with the exhale. Let's let the head hang here. Bring the neck from side to side, left to right, drawing a semicircle motion over from one shoulder, down and up and around to the next shoulder. Let's bring in the breath here. So we inhale, gazing over the shoulder, lengthen the spine. And exhale, down to center, inhaling up the other side. Let's take one more round like that. And then take it to center. And let's come on down to our back. Bend the knees here, knock the knees together. We're just going to take the arms out long to the side. Let's take 2 breaths here. We're going to relax the back. So really conscious breathing. Feel into the space around your vertebrae, in between the shoulders, drawing a deep breath in. And with a long, smooth exhale, just let the back relax. And again, feeling the muscles disengage, feeling space create in the back body, drawing a deep breath in. Nice ujjayi smooth exhale. Let's draw the hands behind the knees here. Take the knees in as much as feels good for you. And we're going to sway a bit left and right, massaging the lower back, the kidneys, letting the head rock from side to side. And we'll take it to center. And we're going to engage the core here, tuck the chin a bit in the tail, start on just those middle vertebrae, beginning to rock. Now, if you are on a hard surface, this will be a little bit more difficult. If you've got a nice soft mat or a carpet, go ahead and take a couple more rocks, activating through the vertebrae. I'm going to rock to a seated pose. Keep on going here, coming to tabletop. Now go ahead and stack the shoulders over top the wrists, stack the hips over top of the knees, and take some intuitive movements here. So I'll give you some suggestions here. We can shrug the shoulders, we can rock the hips left and right, or side to side. All right, just take a few more breaths there to find where your body wants to move, and also noticing if there are any areas of your body that are a little sore or where you may need to protect, and we'll pay attention to that through the rest of the class. So checking in if you have any injuries or something like that that you need to be mindful of. All right. And now take it to neutral here. And we're going to extend the left leg back and the right hand forward. The gaze is down. We reach long from the heel to fingertips. Inhale and exhale with control. Bring the elbow or the hand to the knee at the midline. Inhale, reach it out. Then exhale, draw it in. Nice balance, y'all. And inhale to extend. And exhale, drawing it in. Let's do 2 more. Breathing it in. And exhaling it out. Good. Reaching it out and lowering it down. Let's rock over to the other side. So right foot back, left hand forward. Nice balance. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, draw the elbow or the hand to the knee at the midline. Maybe they connect, maybe not. Inhale, we take it back out. With your breath, exhale, draw it in. Go ahead and take the next 3 at your own pace and rhythm. So follow the movements of your own breath. Exhale, we draw them together. Inhale, we reach out. Good. And then lowering it down. Let's tuck the toes. We're going to hover the knees up off the mat. Engage your core. Float the knees just a few inches for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward for cow pose. And exhale, press the mat away around the spine. Let the chin hang for cat. And inhale for cow. We raise the tail. We point the chest forward. And exhaling, we dome the spine. We let the head hang heavy. Good. Take a few more rounds here with your own breath. Really using the shoulders, using the hips, alternating that crescent shape of the spine. Maybe you pull forward when you inhale to cow. You press back a bit when you exhale to cat. Find that nice Halloween cat shape. Inhale to our cow. Exhale to our Halloween cat. And let's take it to neutral. And we're going to rock over to our left side, taking the right foot to the back of the mat. This left foot's going to come off the left side of the mat, kind of like a kickstand. That's going to help you with your balance. So gaze down. Check that your hand, your knee, and your back foot are in a line. That back foot is flat. And breathe into your alignment. Gazing up. Feel your shoulders plugging into each other. Now we want to get this bottom knee directly under the bottom hip. So if you're having trouble doing that, placing the bottom hand on top of a block is going to help you stack the hip over top of the knee. Now, if you wish to float the back foot or straighten the bottom leg, go for it. We're going to take this top arm overhead, bicep by ear, and then draw it back and circle it down, sweeping it back up. And let's find a circle in the opposite direction. And then inhale, reach high to the sky. Exhale, take it down, rocking over to your right side. Same deal here, supported side plank on the right. Maybe you use the block. Find your alignments. Breathe into that alignment. Take any variation if you want to float or straighten the leg. And let's find our top arm overhead, lengthening through the top side body. We'll take it back and circle it down, sweeping it back up and around, and then taking it the other direction. Inhale it on high, and exhale, we'll take it down. We're going to take our knees, inhale, exhale, high to low, lower it all the way down, and inhale, pull the chest forward. We're going to tuck our toes and press to a down dog. From this down dog, let's pedal out our feet, bend one knee, and then straighten the next. Take any other movements that feel good for you here in your down dog. And let's inhale, coming forward to a plank pose. Once more, exhale, press the hips back, down dog. You can find a slight bend in the knees to help lengthen through the spine. Let's do that again. Let's inhale forward to a plank, then exhale to a down dog. Good. Inhale forward to plank. This time, let's lower the knees. Let's exhale all the way down. All right, so we're going to do some Shalambhasana locust variations here from the mat. So float the hands, float the feet. Your gaze is going to stay down or just a foot or two in front of you. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press the hands and the feet and the hips down. Slight pressure in the hands as you use the back to peel up. Keeping a slight bend in the elbows here since we're still warming up. And nice and smooth, taking it down. Float the hands, float the feet. Draw a deep breath in. Exhale, press it down, peel up. And we'll lower it down once more. Float everything up, inhale. And exhale, press the hands, press the hips. Maybe you straighten a bit more into the hands. Now release it and let it go. Now we're going to take the arms out in a T here. We're going to use our abs. We're going to rock a bit from side to side. Let's do the Superman, y'all. Do the Superwoman. What's your favorite superhero look like? Embody that. All right, let's sweep the hands forward. Stack the palms underneath the forehead. Relax it down. And wag the heels from side to side. That's going to let your hips rock. So we want to bring some momentum into the rocking of the heels so that the hips rock side to side. And we'll take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press it back, all the way back to a child's pose. So take the knees wide, take the hips back to the heels. Now, if this is a lot on your hips or on your knees, you can bring the hips forward so that they stack over top of the knees, okay? And take 2 breaths here. Feel free to find the shape that suits your body the best today and in this moment, and that goes for the rest of our class. Tuning into the breath. You're welcome to return to this pose at any point in time during our practice. And we're going to shift it forward here, bringing the hips forward, stacking the shoulders over top of the wrists. Stack the bones in the arms here in our cobra shape. Find some tightness in the core. Good. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes and press to a down dog. In this down dog, let's bend and straighten the legs. So when we bend the knees, we can press the hips back, lengthen through the shoulders, And straighten the legs. Okay, or any other movements that help you settle into your down dog. So maybe you pedal out the legs again for a couple breaths, just getting into it. Bend the knees, let's inhale, and let's look forward. At the exhale, take some steps up to the top of the mat. Tap your way to the top. Inhale to a halfway lift. So we take the hands to the legs. We find a nice flat spine. With our exhale, we're going to fold. You can take your fingertips down to the mat, find a nice bend in the knees. Maybe you take your hands to a block, just let the head hang for a breath. And then we're going to slowly rise up the spine as you draw the navel back, bringing the head and neck up last. And this first time, we're just going to shrug the shoulders. Shrug the shoulders back, light in the knees, light in the hips. Shrug the shoulders in both directions. Maybe you take some other intuitive movements here through the upper body. All right. Let's do another half sun salutation. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. We hinge at the hips. Take the hands down. Let's hold for a breath here. Slight bend in the knees. Let the head hang. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Find the hands to the shins or just above the knees. Raise the head. And exhale to fold. And inhale, roll up the spine. Draw the navel back. Head and neck comes up last. And we'll soften the shoulders and sweep the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, the hands together. And exhale, the hands to the heart. Good. Let's do one more like that, a bit faster. Inhale up. And exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, we'll find a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, straighten, roll up, circle the arms. Inhale and gaze up to the hands. And exhale then to the heart. We'll take it through a full sun salutation A. So most important series in yoga, most well-known series in yoga. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. We'll exhale, hips back, heart forward. Taking the hands down. Inhale, we come to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back. We'll pause in plank for a breath. Inhaling. And exhale, high to low. Maybe you lower the knees. Maybe you come to a chaturanga. Hug the elbows into 90 degrees. And then inhale, shift the chest forward, stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Tuck the toes. Press the hips back to a down dog. All right, 3 breaths here in this down dog. Tuning into the sound of the feeling, the presence of the breath. Good. Bend the knees, inhaling, looking forward. The exhale, walk, step, or press and flow to the top. We inhale to a halfway lift. Then exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Roll up the spine, draw a nice deep breath as you sweep the arms up high. And exhale the hands to the heart. Okay, let's go through that series again. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Maybe you pause in plank, or maybe you take the breath all the way down. You can come to a low plank here. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, we shift forward. We roll over top of the toes. Keep the thighs up. And exhale, we press the hips back. Full vinyasa. All right. And here in this down dog, let's lift up. Let's inhale up onto our toes. And exhale, press our heels back. Press our hips back. So inhale, we raise the hips high. And exhale, we press the heels back. Good. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or press. And flow to the top. We'll find a halfway lift. And to exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Rolling up the spine. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Bring the hands together. Exhale to the heart. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Draw a nice deep breath in and a long, smooth exhale out. I'll go into that one more time. So go ahead and go through the Sun Salutation A series with your own breath. So, or you can follow along with me if you like. Inhale, we take it up. Exhale, we forward fold. We're going to find a halfway lift with the breath in. With the exhale, we go through our vinyasa. So we step back, high to low. Then we pull the chest forward for a cobra or an up dog. Maybe the knees are down. Okay, and then we find our down dog. So in down dog, the focus is going to be on working to get a flat back. So if you bend the knees to help get a nice straight spine, expanding through the shoulders, that is great. Good. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float to the top, your choice. Inhale to a halfway lift. And let's exhale to a fold. Good. Inhale, root to rise, roll up the spine, soften the shoulders, and sweep the arms up. Hands together, and exhale them to the heart. Now we're going to take some monkey stretches, some lateral stretches here. So stand with the feet hips width distance, and we're going to lean to the left here, left ear to the left shoulder. Take the right hand sort of up into the armpit. Right, inhale, back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Left hand comes into the left shoulder. We're going to lengthen through the center line of the body. Inhale to center. Exhaling over to the other side, right? Weight even in the feet. Inhale. And exhale. Tuning into your body. And one more side. Good. Taking it to center. Let's reach the arms up. With an exhale, let's find a chair pose here. So in our chair, stacking the knees over top of the feet, finding a thunderbolt shape through the body, Utkatasana, also called fierce pose. All right, inhale, we sit a bit deeper. And exhale, let's straighten the legs and fold. So let's take a ragdoll here. We're going to take hold of opposite elbows, find a slight bend in the knees, let the head hang. Take 2 more full breaths here to shake the head gently, no problem. And nod the head, yes. Find some lightness in the knees. All right. Good. Let's release the hands to the legs. Find a halfway lift. And then let's take the hands down to the mat. Let's step the left foot back. Okay, so we're in a low lunge. Good. Now take the left hand to the mat, right hand to the sky, low lunge twist. Now you can lower the back knee if you like to focus on the twist and untuck those toes. Long from palm to palm. Again, if you're feeling a little tight here, you can take that bottom hand to a block. Good. Let's lower the top hand, lower the back knee. All right, we're going to take the hands up on top of the leg, lean forward, sweep the arms up, exalted low lunge, opening up the chest space, welcoming in the change of seasons, the change of times. Let the head rock back, feeling the stretch through your front hip flexor. All right, we'll inhale, shrug the shoulders up. And exhale, take the hands down to frame the foot. Straighten that back leg. Inhale. Exhale, step it up to the top of the mat into a fold. And let's root to rise. Let's roll it all the way up. Soften the shoulders and sweep the arms to the sky. Bring the hands together. And exhale, draw it to the heart. Beautiful. Let's find a chair pose. Let's bring the feet together here. Let's take the hands to the heart. Inhale. And exhale, chair twist. So take your left elbow either outside of the thigh or in between the knees here, just above the knees. Keep the knees in a line. Keep the back nice and flat. for another breath. Good. Inhale to center. Let's straighten the legs for a moment. Reach the arms up and bring the hands back to the heart. Sit into our chair pose again. Inhale and exhale. Twist it over to the left side. Bring the elbows, either hook it out or bring the elbows inside the thighs, just above the knees, gazing over your left. For another breath. Good. Inhale it to center. Halfway lift, hands to the legs. And exhale, bring the hands down. Step the right foot back. Finding our low lunge. Right hand to the mat. Left hand to the sky. Maybe you lower the back knee to focus on the twist. Perfect. And let's ground the hand. You can take the hands on top of the thigh, sweep the arms up, lean the hips forward in our exalted low lunge. Letting the head rock back, opening, welcoming in autumn and its transformation. And we inhale, shrug the shoulders up. And we exhale, taking the hands down to frame the foot. Straighten the back leg, inhale. Exhale, step that back leg up to the top of the mat in a fold. Let's inhale, root to rise. Let's take it all the way up. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale into the heart. Let's sweep the arms and find a chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands and flow. Your vinyasa adventure. Take it where you like. Coming to a down dog. From our down dog here, let's take the left foot to the center of the mat. Let's inhale the right foot up high. Exhale, bring your right knee to your nose. Hold it there, round the spine. Press the mat away, create some space. That's going to help us to step through. Inhale the foot back to three-legged dog. And exhale, step that foot up in between your hands. All right, then we're going to rise up to a warrior one here. So that back foot's going to be at a 45-degree angle off to the left. You can widen your stance a bit to create more balance. Reach the arms up here. Front knee over top of the front ankle. So listen to your body. Yoga can be kind of angular, so make sure that this feels good for where you're at in your body this morning. And go ahead and soften the shoulders, reach up, create length here for another breath. Inhale the arms up high, and exhale, we'll open to a warrior two. So warrior two, that back foot is going to square the short edge of your mat, taking this front knee towards your middle toes. Reach the arms out in a T. We're going to internally rotate that back thigh, right? The alignment of our front leg is going to be more important here. All right. Inhale, let's raise this front hand up. And exhale, we're going to take it down to the mat. Frame the front foot. Step that front foot back to a plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, down dog or vinyasa. Your choice, how you want to flow with the breath. When we pull the chest forward, let's gaze up. And exhale, press the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Good, left side. Inhale the left foot high to the sky. Exhale, take the knee to the nose, around the spine, hold it there, press the mat away, lengthen the arms. See how much space you have to step through there? Good. Inhale, take it back, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring the foot, step it up or sweep it up in between the hands. All right, and we'll rise to a warrior one. You can widen your stance again for more balance. Take that back foot off at an angle. You can find a bend through the back knee if that helps you get your front knee over top of the front foot. Reach the arms up high. And breathe. We'll inhale, reach it up. And exhale, open up to a warrior two. Straight line here from your thigh to your knee to your middle toes, knee over top of the ankle. Good. Inhale, raise your front hand. Exhale, frame that front foot, step the front foot back, down dog or vinyasa. Let's meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or flow to the top. Halfway lift and a fold. Inhale, root to rise, rolling up the spine. Circle the arms. Hands to the heart. Sweep the arms back. Bend the knees, find a chair pose. Come up onto the toes, inhale. And exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, press and float or step back through your down dog. All right, inhale your right foot high to the sky. Bend the knee, rotate the hip open, lengthen the front side of the right hip, and go ahead and if it's in your practice to flip your dog, take a flip. Taking your time here. As you're ready, step the foot up in between the hands. We're going to rise up again into a warrior one. And in this warrior one, let's take our hands down to our hips here, palms face up. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a Tai Chi breathing exercise. Right? So that intention that we set in the beginning of our practice here, let's go ahead and rub our hands together. Draw the attention here. Feel that tingling in the palms. Good. Inhale, take that into the chest, into the heart space. Flip the palms. Exhale, share it out. Inhale, reach it up high. And exhale, draw a nice circle down the sides to the ground for some grounding. And we inhale, breathe it in. And exhale, we share it out. Inhale onto the sky. And exhaling to the earth. Once more with your breath. Nice and smooth, draw it in. And press it out. Reach it to the sky. And exhaling on down. Good, we'll take the left hand forward first, sweeping it around like a clock motion. Reach your right hand forward to warrior two. Let's take our front forearm to our front thigh here. Reach the top arm in line with the back leg. Hang out here. Or reach your top arm up in line for power. All right, good. Use your core. Take this top arm back behind you. Reach your front hand up. Wrap your top arm behind your back. Reverse warrior. Nice and strong in the stance. Inhale. With the exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Step back. And flow through down dog or vinyasa. And we'll do the other side here. So inhale the left foot high to the sky. Bend the knees, stacking the hips. Lengthen through the front side of your left hip. Maybe you take a flip. Take your time to ground the hands. Step your left foot up. And again, rising up to a warrior one. Hands to your side here. Let's bring the hands together. Create some heat. Find that electricity in between the palms. All right. We're going to inhale, share the breath in. And exhale, we share it out. Inhale, reach up to the sky, to the sun. We exhale down to the earth. Good. Inhale, breathe it into the heart. And exhale, we share from our heart. Good. Inhaling to the trees. Exhaling down to the grass. Once more with your breath. We're going to take the right hand forward first, like a clock motion here. Reach the left hand forward as the right hand comes back, warrior two. Let's flip our front palm. Let's scoop it up high and back, reverse. This backhand can reach around the body, taking hold around the thigh. All right, inhale. The exhale, let's come to our side angle. So forearm to thigh, reach this top arm up in line. And reach the bottom arm up in line with it for power. Inhale. Exhale, let's take the top hand down inside the front foot and spin your back heel up. Reach your left hand high to the sky. Low lunge twist. Good. Let's take the hand down. Step the foot back. Down dog or vinyasa. You're always welcome to skip the vinyasa. Go right to a down dog with me if you like. Let's take 2 breaths together. Draw a deep breath in. And exhaling audibly. And again, breath in. And exhaling with a sound. Bending the knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhaling to fold. Inhaling, root to rise. Circle the arms up high. Hands to the heart. Float the right knee up. Find your balance. So if it helps you to take your hands out to your side, airplane arms. Go for it. Maybe you gaze at a single point, which we call dristi. We can hinge forward, extend the right foot back, floating through warrior 3. Maybe you take those back toes down. Maybe you take the body nice and horizontal. Then we'll float the back foot to warrior 2, taking your time. Windmill the arms open. Take the front forearm down to the thigh again. Maybe this bottom hand comes all the way to the mat as we take the top arm behind the back. Draw that top shoulder back here. We're going to come into a bind. So you got lots of options for binds. You can take this front elbow inside the knee, press the knee back, and take the hand to the heart as you gaze up. Half bind. Good, and then use your core. Windmill the arms back up here. Coming to warrior 2. All right, let's take the hands to our hips for a moment here. Now we're going to bend and straighten into this front knee. And if we notice the knee going past the ankle, that's a sign that you can lengthen your stance. So step the feet further apart from each other. All right, as long as that feels good for you. Then we'll take the arms out we'll bring the arms into it too. So straighten the leg, bring the arms together as we inhale, and exhale, bending into the knee. Now let's add one other thing into it, okay? When you straighten, bring the hands together. Let's interlace the thumbs around the hands. Squeeze the elbows together. Point through the fingers as you squeeze the fingers together. We inhale and reach up. Good. Exhale, back to the lunge. We gaze forward. 3 more breaths here. So we bring the hands together. Squeeze the hands, squeeze the elbows in, point up with the breath in. And exhale, we reach out long. Good, once more. Now let's come to a 5-pointed star. Turn your front toes in so that the feet are parallel. Reach the arms out at an angle. We're going to pinch the heels in so that the feet point out 45 degrees, bending into the knees. All right, bending into the knees. The elbows come out. Inhale, we open the arms wide, opening the chest. And exhale, we close the book. Bring the forearms together. Elbows extend right out from the chest. Twice more. Inhale, we open the arms. And exhale, we close it. We inhale to the sun. And we exhale to the moon. Here we are, sunset, twilight hours. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now straighten the legs. Turn those toes in. Reach the arms up high. Inhale. And exhale. Swan dive down. Forward fold in between the legs. Pressing into the toes. Let the hands hang. Maybe you take your hands to the ankles or to the back of the mat for another breath. And then let's walk our hands towards the front of the mat. Turn everything to face the front of the mat. Lower your back knee. Bring your hands inside of the front foot. for lizard pose. So maybe this is tight here and you come up on your fingertips or your knuckles, or maybe you can open this up more and come on down to your forearms. All right, so hang out here, or I'll give you another option. We take the right hand to the mat, maybe to a block. We reach the left hand back here, take hold of the ankle or the foot. Let the collar broaden. Breathe into the quad stretch. Let's take 5 more breaths here, going deep. Listening to your body. Good. We'll release the foot. Take the hands down. Frame your front foot, straighten your back leg. Inhale. Exhale, step your back foot up to your front foot in a fold, and then root to rise. Urdhva Hastasana. We salute the skies. Exhale the hands to the heart. Then float your left knee up. Maybe we take the hands by the sides again for airplane arms. Good. We can lean forward, extend the leg back through Warrior 3, finding your balance. We'll float it back to Warrior 2. Windmill the arms open. And take the front forearm down to the front thigh. And wrap the top arm behind the back. Taking the bind here, draw the top shoulder back. Now, there's another great bind here called 3/4 bind. We can take this front hand and clasp it underneath of our back hand. Pull this front elbow forward, place it on top of or inside of the knee, and take a couple deep breaths. And we'll windmill the arms open to our Warrior 2. Let's take the hands to the hips here for a moment here and focus on this front knee. Again, pointing towards the middle toes. Let's bend and straighten it a few times. If the knee comes past the ankle, then go ahead and lengthen your stance. Now that we've warmed up, we can open up the hips a bit more with a wider stance. So let's bring the arms into it, reaching out. Good. Exhale. Inhale, we straighten the legs. We bring the hands together, and we squeeze the hands together as we reach the fingers up high. We exhale out to the lunge. We inhale, bring the hands together, reach them up, shrug the shoulders up. Good. With your breath, twice more. Let the breath naturally extend your fingertips up higher. And exhale to the lunge. Good. Let's come to a 5-pointed star. So turn those front toes in so that the feet are parallel. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, hug the shoulder blades together. Take your time here. Inhale, belly forward, chest rocks back. Deep breath. And with the exhale, we'll dive down, hinge at the hips. Take the hands on high, pressing into the toes, relaxing through the head, the neck, the shoulders. And if you like the bind, you can hold it for another breath or so. Otherwise, you can let the bind go. Walk the hands over to your back foot. And then walk your hands over to your front foot. And then we'll turn everything towards that front foot. Turn the front to face the top of the mat. Lower the back knee. Bring the hands inside of the foot here for lizard pose. So give the muscles in the hips a couple breaths to relax. Then maybe you go a bit deeper. All right? So we'll be here for like 5 breaths. Find what feels good for you. You can always take the left hand to the mat and reach the right hand back. Sending the breath where it wants to go. And then drawing the attention inward into the internal experience of yoga. And we'll release the foot. Frame our front foot, straighten the back leg, inhale. Exhale, step it up to the top. And then slowly, root to rise. Take it all the way up to standing. So let's find a tree pose here. Let's stand nice and firm on our right foot. Take the left foot to the ankle, the calf, or the thigh, and bring the hands to the heart. You can press the sole of the foot into the thigh, bring the hips forward for a little bit of opening here. And when you're nice and stable, grow the branches. Now, there's this great quote, great story from Ram Dass. He said that when you walk through the forest and you admire the trees, you appreciate them each for their own unique beauty. You don't say, oh, this tree is too short, or that tree is too tall, or this tree is too curvy, that tree is too wide, unless you're in the lumber business. All right, maybe we'll use that one, maybe not. Let's reach the arms up. Then we'll lower the foot down. Good. Let's take the right foot into the ankle, calf, or the thigh. Finding our tree pose on the left side here. We can start with the hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. You can reach the arms up. Grow your branches. Find a bit of a sway tree. A bit of a dancing tree. Maybe you bring a smile to the face as your leaves flow in the breeze. Okay, we'll reach it up, lower the foot down. Let's shake it out a bit. Just shake the shoulders, hands left and right. Good, now we're going to come into a low squat here. So take the heels about hip length distance. The feet are going to put out at 45 degrees. We'll bring the hands into our heart. We're going to gently sit down. Maybe your heels can stay down. Maybe your heels come up. If you have a block to put under the heels, great. So if you want to stay here in Malasana with the elbows inside the knees, yogi squat, go for it. All right. You're also welcome to come to a crow pose if you would like to try that. Hugging the knees into the elbows here. We can shift forward and play around with lifting one foot and then the next. Maybe you float both feet and fly. Maybe you bring the knees into the triceps for crane. It's a little bit more challenging variation. Okay, so take another breath or two to play around with that. And if you're just hanging out here in the squat with the heels up high, that's beautiful. Just press the knees out a little bit so you get a stretch into the hips. All right, let's go ahead and take our hands behind us. Slowly rock back into a seat. Let's reach the legs out long. We're going to come to Ardha Matsyendrasana. So let's bend our right knee, take the foot in, take it across the thigh, reach our right hand behind us, inhale the left hand high. With an exhale, we'll hug the knee in, twisting to the right here. We can rock a bit onto that right glute. Maybe you hook the elbow, press the tailbone down to get a nice spinal twist. There's a couple ways to feel into this pose here. And we'll take it back to center. Drawing the left foot in here, taking it across the thigh, left hand behind. Inhale your right hand high to prepare. And exhale, go ahead and hug that left thigh in. Bring the navel to your quad. Twisting from the core, breathing into the ribs in our twist. Good, and we'll bring it back to center. Take that left leg out long. Now let's bend the right knee here. Let's take this right knee out, bringing the sole of the right foot into the thigh, turning our body towards this right knee here. Let's just take a nice, easy Janu Shirshasana. So we'll take our right hand behind us to help brace us, keep the spine rather straight as we reach the left hand towards the foot. So we're going to kind of keep the spine straight. All right, using our back hand to help the body hinge over the straight leg. And maybe you can take hold of the toes. For another breath. Good. Let's take it back through center here. We'll take it over to the other side. So left foot into your right thigh. Take the left hand behind you now to brace as you turn your chest towards your bent knee and reach your right hand towards your straight leg. Maybe you hold on to the shin. Let's find a couple more breaths here. Good, and let's bring it back in. And now we're going to come on down to our back. Now bending the knees with the heels to where your fingertips can just touch them. You're going to press the feet down to raise the hips up high into a bridge pose. Maybe you interlace the hands and roll over top of the arms. Pressing the belly to the sky. And soften the chest, rolling down the spine. Taking a breath at the bottom. And let's press up into another round. Pressing the hands down to help the legs go up high. Maybe you come into a wheel pose. If you want to take the hands alongside the ears, go for it. To finish up that round. And then I'll give you some options here. So if we do have blocks out there, then there's the option to take the legs straight up or take the hands underneath of the hips. If shoulder stand is in your practice, you can draw the elbows in and support the low back as you keep the weight in the elbows and the shoulders. Absolutely do not take the weight on your neck. Keeping some straightness through the back here. And finding some straightness in the legs, keeping a nice bend at the hips, creating this play button shape, kind of like a forward-facing triangle with your body. Good. You can maybe take the feet back to a plow pose or take the knees around your ears. And we'll use the hands to slowly lower ourselves down, one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll reach the legs out long on the ground in front of us, straight, taking the hands underneath of the hips here. Draw the elbows in. Press the elbows down to raise the chest up high. Press the hips down, let the head rock back. Nice active counter stretch. And we'll lower down here. Bring the knees into the chest. Let's find some circles with the knees. Just gently tracing a circle on the sky. Admiring the stars and switching directions. Good. Inhale, center. Maybe you cross one leg over top of the other as you exhale your legs over to the right for a supine twist. Maybe you take your legs on top of a block, gazing the opposite direction, breathing deeply into the ribs, expanding the diaphragm. And bring the knees back into center. Inhale. And exhale, rock them over to the opposite side. Using the breath to explore the contour of this posture, of this yoga asana. Softening the space around the lungs, breathing in all three dimensions. And we'll bring the knees back to center. If there's any other final stretches that you'd like to do, go ahead and take yogi's choice here for a couple breaths. You're welcome to knock the feet together, taking the knees wide. If you'd like to hold this supine butterfly for a few more breaths, you're welcome. I'll cue us into Shavasana, so you can extend the legs out straight, long in front of you. Take the arms out to the side. Taking any final movements here. So separate the shoulders a bit more, create some space. Maybe you rock the head gently so that it is cradled in between the neck, finding yourself in between the left and right sides of the body, in between north and south, between the sky and the ground. And then notice the body beginning to relax deeply. And this is the point where I would read a poem by Donna Faulds about breath, about transformation, about letting go of perfection, about embracing the awakening of this moment. Using this space for a meditation into relaxation. Resting the mind on the breath, drawing your inhales and exhales into a steady, smooth rhythm. And as you breathe, inviting relaxation throughout the body. With every breath, letting go of tension somewhere else in the body and somewhere else in the mind. And also at this point, we would have live music. So hearing the music of the aliveness in your space. And drawing deep breaths in, beginning to bring an awakeness into the body from the inside. Following the expansion of the breath. Noticing the music, noticing the relaxation in the body, drawing a nice full breath in through the nose. And smooth Ujjayi exhale. And one at a time, beginning to wiggle the tips of the fingers and the toes. Small movements, gradually bringing an aliveness into the body. Perhaps rocking on the heels. And as you're ready, taking your time. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Perhaps you find a morning stretch or even a morning yawn. And with an exhale, bringing the knees in, holding behind the knees. You can find a gentle sway, and then rocking to one side. Taking a breath in the seat of full potential. And rising to a seated pose. Taking a few moments, resting in the after effects from our yoga practice. We'll take 2 breaths, an Om and a Namaste. So inhaling and exhaling. Sharing the breath in and the exhalation. And for the sound of Om, you can listen or join in. Bringing the hands together at the heart, we share the word, which means that we are all connected. Namaste. So thanks so much for joining in and flowing with me today in this special practice. So it's a bit longer than usual, so if you hung in there with me, thanks so much for flowing with me. Next week we'll be back Wednesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock. So hope to see you then. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao.